What is up, everyone? Today we are in my workshop garage and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a dolly for film production out of totally salvaged materials. Stay tuned. You!
And I remember staring at the ceiling, trying to deal with emotions and unwanted feelings. But all I wanted was her picture on my wall.
Alright, what is up, everyone? Woo! Good morning. Here we are. Another beautiful day in paradise. You hear the birds singing. Perfect temperature out, so we're gonna go take some relaxed time and take a walk on the boardwalk in Ocean City. Sammy J, what you got going?
Inchworm.
Send out 2 packages right now. Wait, who did that? Was that Landis? Trying to poop in there?
I'm gonna fuck him up. That
That was him though, dude. Because he was just pooping in the middle of the yard yesterday. And this tree needs to be watered, I think. But about to send out these packages, go to OC, take a walk on the boardwalk, go over and try and load up another shelf, because that shelf changed the whole garage. If we can get one more, even half the size of that, we're living the dream. So that's what we're doing. And then later on, I have a few ideas for some exploring. So stay tuned. Never know what you're gonna get into for the dream. Thanks for all the support and watching every day. We're trying to make videos every day, even if they're not super exciting. So, cheers to another beautiful day, living the dream. What are you gonna do about your adopted son, Landis? He tears up the flower beds, he poops in the middle of the yard, he harasses the local neighborhood cats, he humps Lucky Girl, hisses at Sissy, and gives us all the love in the world.
Oh, he peed right here.
Or did Lucky?
What's wrong with them? I have a litter box for them, so in there, and they both go in that room. So like.
They don't poop in there though.
Yes, they do.
Lando don't.
Yes, he does. I've cleaned up his poop.
What's this
He
thing?
just pooped outside too.
Look. Little snitch face.
So this is the house I grew up in. We're in Ocean City. Ocean Avenue. It's like a little cottage. So that was my dad's room up there, and then on the side,
Sorry, the wind.
our rooms were upstairs, so that was my dad's room, and then mine was on the other side. Cute little place. Some of the best days of my life were spent here. You know, when you're like little. You don't think like anything bad's gonna happen to you, or you don't realize how hard life's about to get. So. Playing.
He's vicious. Grab him. Ooh.
Dude.
Would you like that guy on you?
Nobody wants that guy on them.
Alright, we're getting this red metal shelf. This is just turning into shelves on shelves on shelves. Also, I think today when we get back to the house, I'm gonna build a dolly for filming. It's a wooden plank that slides on pipe to create smooth shots like the gimbal, but even smoother than that. But I'll show you guys what I need to use, how to do it pretty much. So, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great day. We are at our house in New Jersey, Somers Point, and I'm going to show you guys how I built, or am about to build, a dolly for what I would consider professional filming, totally for free from Salvaged materials. I have the pipe. You should have, to start, I'm just going to do a list of what you need. 2 pipes, either like this, or like, I'll show you, hold on. It could be anywhere from 1 inch to, I don't know, probably 3 inches is too big. But either of these pipes is fine. If you have 2 of the same size, like 2 of these metal ones would be preferable. And actually in movies, if you ever saw online, like, they have like things on Instagram, they actually have a pipe bending machine that bends metal pipes. So it'll go literally like this and then turn so that the dolly can actually turn around the person. Like if you ever see those crazy shots of like it going 360 around someone and it's perfectly stable, chances are they're using some insane setup that we just don't have the capability of building. But we're going to build a dolly, and the dolly will sit on the 2 pipes like this. That these actually were free from an electric company. So if you know anyone that works for an electric company, if you know anyone that's taking down a barbed wire or a fence, a metal grate fence, they have these at the top of it. Go to the scrap yard, ask around. If you can't find them, it should be pretty easy to find either plastic or metal. The dolly will sit on top of here and just roll along it. 8 feet is good, but if your car's small, not everyone has a truck, you can do 6. You could even do 3, 6, you know, whatever feet sections you want, and have a little wooden dowel that you stick in here. That's actually perfectly, almost hard to even push in. You can even put a little tape around it to make it stiff, and then put it in and put the other pipe next to it so that it's just smooth over top. Some people I've seen use tape, but the wooden dowel is the way to go for that. And then the other supplies that we're going to use today, I'm not even going to film taking this thing apart, because you should just start with 2 pieces of angle iron that are just ready to go. Almost kind of like, exactly like this, but hold on, I'm about to grab the one I had. I had this, which I was envisioning cutting and using, but the bigger the better, especially when the sides are uneven like this, because it's going to be sitting on the bottom and the wheels are going to be on either side. It actually is best case scenario is to have it totally even, so both sides this length, but we don't have that because we got all the materials for free. If you guys know, literally just the time that you spend, if you're not making tons of money off of film, the time that you spend not even buying a single dollar worth of equipment is already detrimental to making money. Because if you're making films, you're spending so much of your free time, or not even free time, on it already, that spending extra money on top of it's are almost like impossible. Because like, basically a struggling filmmaker is not a profitable profession unless you blow up real quick, which never happens. But so anything you can make for free, I suggest try and do it. So I'm going to use these 2, or one of these cut, depending, and then a piece of plywood, which literally I dumpster dive so much that I'm almost like privileged to the fact that I can get free materials. But go to any site where they're building a new house, where they're framing a new house, and just ask them if they have a piece of 4x4, 3x4 piece of plywood laying around. You don't even need it to be the flooring, it could be any piece. So 2 PVC, 8 skate wheels. I'm using roller skate wheels for this one. You need 8, so I was going to use the skateboard wheels that I have left over, but I only have 4 that are the same size. So we're going to use the roller skate wheels. Found those in the trash. Got this for free. Used it a couple times for flea markets. Not good for that. It's too heavy to lug around. A piece of plywood and then 2 pipes. And actually these bolts
that are on here are probably going to be the ones I use. Actually, that's debatable. But you need things that the wheels can go over. I'll show you that later on, but you should be able to find 8 of those at a flea market, a thrift store, or just like ask your grandfather or dad or anyone who has a shop that you know if they have any lying around, because we have so much stuff in these little drawers. If I go through them, or in these cans somewhere here, stuff that I never even thought I was going to use that I just put aside. Like,
so to get a good idea of how big you need your base of your dolly, extend your tripod, the one you use every day, the one you use all the time. I don't use this every day, but the main tripod that I use right now is this one. So I'm going to make it for this tripod. I think this piece looks a little big, but comfortably to sit it on there, I mean, this is the right size, realistically. Not even going to cut anything. I might cut it, actually. So you really only need about an inch off the edge. So I'm going to cut this probably a foot off this end, now that I'm thinking about it. This is a really nice piece of wood, so I want to use this one. Some of these other ones are similar, but not as wide. So just extend your tripod all the way out, open all the legs, and see how big you want it. It's all personal preference. If you want the whole size, just do the, do overkill. If you think you're going to be using the various different tripods and you think they're bigger than the one you have at your house, just go bigger, because you can always go smaller. Once you cut small, you can't go bigger again. Remember that. But see, I really only need it to like 33 inches probably. So I'm gonna just mark this and cut it here. I'll do 34. So 2 feet 10 inches. This is a little too big. I'm just gonna cut it with a saw. I got my beautiful assistant to help me. Well, really I'm her assistant, but on this project she's mine. Alright, so I have a pair of roller skates. They are old school, not too old, SP204. I have 8 wheels on them. Going to take all the wheels off. To get it off is a 12mm socket. So simple as that. Hey.
I was thinking whenever you get the chance, we could move that couch onto where that big space is to get it like.
Oh yeah, you want
know
to?
What I mean, because it's kind of nice and those cushions are like normal now.
We can do this.
Okay.
So I have the angle iron. These are all aluminum, by the way. These 2 pieces I was going to use originally, but seeing as it's longer than that, I'm going to cut these down to size and use them, because I think that's the best idea. I want it to be all the way across. It's going to be perfectly straight because the grinder's not going to be perfectly straight, but I use one of these tools. It's just a 90-degree angle pretty much.
Alright, I'm going to use a grinder to cut the metal. I would suggest it's a little bit sketchy. Definitely glasses and maybe some leather gloves. These are actually Kevlar, but you don't need to go overkill. Probably would be okay without gloves at all, but the sparks from it, if they go in your eye, you're not going to be happy. So definitely wear safety glasses or just sunglasses. I'm going to put my leg up here just to... Alright, just doing some troubleshooting on here. I'm just literally placing these two pieces on here, thinking that that's a good area for the pipe. I don't know if I should expand it more to like right there. Probably, right? Right there looks good to me though, honestly. So I'm going to drill 2 holes. This is going to be actually lifted up more with a little extra piece of plywood because it's not exactly the same, but it should work. I'm just going to put a piece of 2 extra piece of plywood under here to make it more level, so it's like laying like that. But I'm going to drill a hole and see how this is going to be. Drill out the size of the bolt that you're going to use. So let me see this. So I think probably this size right here. So 9/32, 9/32, or 1/4 maybe even. Probably 1/4 actually. Yeah, 1/4. Should be it. Just use a typical drill gun. I think I said it. Oh, my tools are Ryobi right now, and use a metal drill bit, which I think that this is. Also, might as well just throw on your safety glasses. If you get a speck of metal in your eye, I've heard it could be really bad. I've actually seen in person it being really bad. There we go, it fits in there perfectly. Put down, let's see how we're going to do this. So I put it, alright, I figured out a decent combination that works. So there it is. I used 1 bolt like this, but a little bit longer. And then I used, let me just show you guys. I used one of these. I used 1 bolt. This is so crazy. Trial and error though. 1 bolt like this. Through here. 2 washers. And then one of these split smaller washers. Right there. Then I put the wheel on. And then I put one of these cut smaller washers on. And then I put the top of the bolt, the screw top on. And tightened it down. And that one's ready to go. That one's good to go. Straight up. So there's that one. Doesn't have to spin crazily. Should be good like that. So now I just need to do that 7 more times. Alright, so here's what I call a successful step. 4 wheels. The pipe will run right through them. Still going to put that little piece of under here to prop it up. So it'll be like propped up a little bit like that. And then there's 2 on this one that actually, this is a crazy mistake that I made. I cut these the right length for it, and then I ended up putting it on the smaller one. So I gotta take these back off, put them on the bigger one, and then put the 2 other on the bigger one on the back. So I'm drilling and then fitting each one of these. So this is taking really long. Alright, I'm going to cut these 2 slivers here to even out the base of it, because one side of the angle iron is bigger than the other. I'm going to, like I said, to even it out, see how it's big on this side, small on that side? I'm just going to cut a little piece to try and even it out there underneath where the wood is. But the stuff's in the backyard. I'm going to put it together back there. Just going to cut these 2. Alright, I'm attaching this here, like I said, like 5 times already, to make this higher, to give it a little juice, and then I can attach it through here to there, which is probably better and easier. Using regular screws, drywall screws. Just 2 real quick. Alright, I'm attaching these 2 final pieces of the puzzle. There. That's going to be attached on this side too. I'm just using a regular screw and a washer. It already had holes in it though, but if you have to make holes, it's still just more drilling. But see how that's attached? 2 screws basic. I got all these screws for free too from jobs. I think realistically, if you wanted to make this thing yourself and spend the money, you could do it easily for under $100, even if you had to buy stuff. Because I almost had to break down and buy some stuff. Would be nice to go in from the other side though, that's for sure. But I guess it's just not reality right now. Still on there, still good. But I also wanted to say, like, I've been using power tools my entire life, so I take 0 liability for any people that are on here that get hurt making one of these if they try, because you have to use multiple power tools. This is a little bit off. Like, I think I might just drill it. So that's going to take a minute, but I'm going to take these out again, drill 2 holes right here, and then put it back in. I'm not even going to show you guys, just telling you, because it's crooked and I don't want it to be.
Hi, lucky girl. Hi, princess. Just clean her toes. Hi, Mama. Oh, scared her.
The maiden voyage of this, and the beauty of the gimbal, this is not a gimbal, the beauty of the gimbal is different. The beauty of the Dolly Llama is that it can go on the grass, because look, the pipes are on the grass. If you go on uneven surfaces, like if you were just using it on a perfect studio every time, might as well just use a regular rolling cart. Why would you want to go through all the trouble of putting the pipes on it? But this thing, it's annoying to set up, but so this pipe is super bent. This one, but it's still pretty good. So pretty much put it on there and you try and make sure that they're pretty much exactly the same, like up to the bottom. That's how it works. Really, you would just put the tripod on it, put the camera on it, imaginary camera, and you just slowly push it along. Actually, like, a lot of the times it? Someone was literally pushing it from the bottom. Seems a little sketchy right now. But that's how we do it.
Throw a little oil on that bitch.
Honestly, right?
Yeah.
I might. I'm gonna try it over here though.
Yeah, where
Like
the grass
I'll stand
isn't.
up to the shed, or you can, and then I'll push it up and see how it looks.
Okay.
Like if you spent 200, 150, and bought everything brand new, exactly what you wanted, it would be perfect. But this was a $0 buy.
Just a 5-hour claim.
I mean, it still would take 5 hours. It would take like.
Oh, here.
See where the pipes are? Right in the front there? That's something you got to watch out for. So, and after, you don't have to take them out. So I'm just going to crop it here now. And then we're going to put Sammy in the shot. See how it looks. Test shot. Take one. What's he doing?
There's a dirty feather. Get his feather off.
Why does he have that? The lighting's terrible now.
Alright, so right here.
Alright. I got it. Alright, this is what it looks like in the studio in here. Tools everywhere. But that's the video of how to make one of these things from completely salvaged materials. I'm talking this was 100% free so far. I almost broke down and had to buy one bolt, which I still will. See how all these are spinning? And that one just stops because the bolt's not long enough. It still works pretty much excellently. I wouldn't say this is 100% the best, most efficient machine, Dolly Llama, ever made or anything, but that's what it is. You just need, these two pipes are a little bent too, could be better. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Took pretty much most of the day, a couple hours, 3 hours probably to build this, so trial and error, and I didn't have everything right up off the bat. I had to look for a lot of things. Luckily I have a whole garage full of miscellaneous bolts and stuff, or it would have been impossible to do. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos like this, and for actually videos of us using it with the shots in it. Well, a bunch of test shots I just showed before this, and some other footage we filmed. But yeah, hopefully, you know, if you want to make one of these, you can pull it off. And the dream is real. The dream continues. There's nothing you can't do. I don't take no for an answer. Every great filmmaker, every great musician, every great artist started in their house, in their basement, in their garage, in their room, you know, in a shed, in a shack. You don't have to be anyone great. You don't have to have tons of money to make something amazing and to create something that you can be proud of, and then the rest of the world can love too. So make it happen on your own. DIY, do it yourself, make reality, you know, create the reality that you want in your mind and project it into the world, into the hologram. Make it happen. Go out there and make it happen. Keep pushing. So I'm going to just spray paint this thing with a stencil and call it a night. And that's it right there. Dream. Make your dreams a reality.